Hi guys, this is Starcraft and this is gonna be another Starcraft English commentary. We're watching ASL Season 17 Ro24 Group D. And I apologize, I kind of arrived a little bit late to the scene here because I just got off work. I had to do something very, very urgent, to make money for a living here. I'm not a professional Starcraft caster or not even a pro gamer in that sense. But anyway, it's going to be started right away with the first match of today's series. So it's going to be a Terran versus Terran matchup here between the seed 1 player of this group, JyJ, versus the seed 4 of this group, TY, aka known as Baby. I'm going to be calling him Baby from now on. And looks like this map is gonna be Radeon. So yeah, the two players gonna be playing on Radeon with the favorite to win, JyJ, in the top left corner of the screen in the red color. His opponent is gonna be in the top right corner color in the blues, in the top right corner in the blue color. Looks like we have a very, very forward barracks from TY, aka Baby, but he's not able to inflict any kind of damage. He's going to be returning home with his Marine now. And on the other side of the map, we're going to be seeing a fast command center coming down from JyJ. So things are looking very good for JyJ. And by the way, before the game gets heated, let's talk a little bit about the situation in this group. As you may have known, these are the 4 players in the group, and as you can see, the ALO scores of these players as of today, I just picked up from the internet, is not very impressive. I mean, both of the players are, all of the 3 players have kind of very, mundane ELO scores. I could not even find Baby's ELO score. I don't think he's even registered in the ELO score system. He's almost like a mix between a noob and a pro gamer. Of course, he used to be a pro gamer in the old days. Some of you have told me. So yeah, that is very interesting, but he's just not playing I guess competitively anymore. Sometimes he plays some show match. I saw a post about his match with Stork the other day, a best out of 7 or best out of 9 or something like that, but usually I don't see him play. But anyways, if you know that he's got an ELO, let me know what it is, because I don't know what it is. So this is why I didn't put his ELO score. And as you can see also, this is today's ELO score for everyone, the top 10 players, I guess, in the ELO website. And as you can see, we have, we don't have action. Excuse me, we don't have Shadow here who is playing. We don't have Jaedong, and JyJ is also not on this list. So this group is a very, very lackluster group. I feel not a lot of strong players. But we need to kind of just keep our hopes up, because all of the group of deaths had been played. Group B and Group C were a little bit more deadly than this group, and they have already played. So that's that. But anyways. Yeah, so the other 2 players who's going to be playing is going to be Shadow and Jaedong. Very interesting, because Shadow is seed number 2 and Jaedong is seed number 3. But nowadays I feel like Jaedong is a lot stronger than Shadow. Of course, Shadow versus Queen, if you remember that match from the ASL qualifiers, it was very, very nice. And Shadow showed that, he showed to everyone who doubted him, including myself, that he's a former ASL champion. And as you can see here, out of the 2, the players who ever won an ASL gold medal, if you consider ASL to be gold, and coming to 2nd place to be silver and 3rd place to be bronze, and you would know that the player who's topping this list is Flash. But yeah, Shadow is up there. Shadow is he has won ASL in the past, so he's not a noob, and he's done more than, I guess, Jaedong. But of course, JyJ also has won 1 ASL, so that's very interesting. But before we talk about those kind of things, we need to talk about this match, because TvT, even if the 2 players are very much different in skills, sometimes I feel like, the underdog could drag the game on for very long. Of course, eventually the favorite to win is just going to be to wind things down and completely win here. So we shall see if JyJ is going to will be able to do that. Very, very typical JyJ, always wearing a mask. I mean, we're past COVID-19, we're moving into COVID-21, 22, 23, 24 now. We're in COVID-24, and he's still wearing a mask as if he's got like a chronic condition or something like that. Maybe he's got, and I also wear a mask, so I kind of completely understand. Oh my god, Mind Drag is drawing some of the Marines from JyJ. Yeah, I wear a mask for a completely different reason. I wear a mask because I'm ugly, so I don't want people to see my face and vomit. But of course, JyJ is very, very handsome. I know this for a fact, because I saw him without a mask one of these days. So yeah, anyways, that's gonna be a different story. But anyways, looks like both of these gonna try to come out and exert a bit of pressure on this middle ground here on Radeon, the base at the 12 o'clock position is very highly contended, so I don't think any of the players will be able to take it. It's very hard to take. It's right in the middle of nowhere. So we shall see. Looks like TY Baby is going to be going for 3 factories. His opponent JyJ has gone for 4 factories for the time being. We don't have any upgrades just yet. It's very early in the stage of the game. We're going to be having a small encounter, and we need to wait for siege from one of the 2 players. Looks like neither of the players have decided to siege at this moment. We're just going to be fighting around the floating barracks, just, you know, staring at each other there, giving deadly stares, and we hear the siege first from TY. He's going to be able to establish a little bit of a position on this side of the map. Mines, though, from TY is able to deter JyJ from setting up a command center for the time being, but on the other side of the map, looks like TY Baby has got his own SCV getting ready to go for command center, so he's not that far behind. I would say he's rather a little bit ahead in terms of, you know, trying to get a command center set up. But in terms of army size, I feel that JyJ is slightly ahead. He's got 6 tanks, excuse me. His enemy's got 3 tanks, but he's trying to find a nice angles here, and it's always Baby who kind of siege a little bit before JyJ, and JyJ is just gonna go all the way towards this other side, but he doesn't find the right angle. He's gonna pounce right here, but this enemy's gonna be sandwiching from both sides. Oh my god, Mine Drag on the north side, but the tanks on the left side is gonna destroy, but these 2 tanks on the right side. How many tanks remain after the battle is over? It looks like 1 more tank from Baby at the top is gonna get wiped out, and 2 more tanks on the left side is gonna be destroyed as well. JyJ still have 3 tanks remaining, and we're gonna be seeing this other tank from TY running for its life here. He needs to find a position to siege. The vultures are running backward, trying to destroy his enemy's tanks, and the game might be ending soon. TY is behind about 10 supply, and that was a ridiculous engagement. I didn't think that TY was doing that bad, that poorly, but he's now going to be being kind of poorly, but he's going to be sieging on the high ground. He takes out the weaker tanks, and that was a good deliberate shot to take out the weaker tanks, and now we're going to be seeing vultures all the way in the back. SCVs are running for their lives. We're going to be having scan. The scan need to get deployed now. Siege position from both of the players. The siege, the tanks on the right side will be able to get into the siege tank on the left side. I'm not so sure, but now yeah, TY is still behind about a lot. Okay, there's going to be a mine. He destroys the mine. Very lucky. He's got scan, so he's going to be able to clear out his enemy's vultures. But anyways, this is a very good attack from JyJ. JyJ is going to be able to take an expansion as well. The tanks sieging on the high ground would not be able to reach the tanks on this other side of the map, though. This is going to be a very interesting characteristic of this map. This command center is finished, so that's good for TY. So even if he's able to recuperate his losses from this area, he's going to be able to come out and take 3 bases before his enemy, and that is going to be the case here. But he's lost so many SCVs in the process. He's lost way too many SCVs. We're going to be seeing a starport coming up. Yeah, the base for TY is a lot faster than his enemy, but he needs to start to transfer probes there and make sure they don't die. What is this command center doing? Why is it lifting itself up? It's really weird. But anyways, yes, he's going to be able to kind of re-land once again at some point. The game is going to reset, so TY kind of survived. He's got kind of very few SCVs though, but I don't know how much train off that was for JyJ, because to enable to execute that move, I think at the background there's gonna be some sacrifices, right? Maybe he sacrificed a couple of SCVs, or he sacrificed something. Maybe he's got slower upgrades, something like that. If you're a Terran player, let me know. In that attack by JyJ, what did he do that was able to get him that win? I mean, was it just pure micro and star sense in the middle of the engagement, or did he had some economic, you know, impetus in the back to help you reach that decisive factors? Because I feel like he's got, you know, more tanks, and was that just due to the fact that he's got a faster command center because his enemy's forward barracks didn't really help him out, or was there another factor involved? And how much was skills involved in the engagement? Because I feel like, you know, in terms of positioning, TY's or aka Baby's positioning was a lot better. He's got tanks surrounding from both sides, and his tanks was sieging first. His enemy tanks were not sieging. So I feel like that should have been won very nicely by Baby, but that was not the case. But anyways, we're going to be moving towards a drop now from TY. Is going to be coming forward with a shadow while he assaults this front to try to keep his enemy's attention occupied. Here he comes in with a shadow, a dropship, excuse me. We have 2 vultures and 1 raid completely missing the scene here. This raid's going to be able to run back, but the vultures get deployed here. The dropship's going to get sacked, but more vultures coming out to harass. It's going to be a 3-prong attack here from TY. He attacks the main, he attacks expansion, and he attacks the 3rd base, and he's able to do considerable damage. But behind this, JyJ is macroing up very nicely, 122 supply versus only 97. But anyways, these siege tanks are going to be moving closer and closer to his enemy's line here. And just 1 tank is going to get destroyed. The tank on the southern side, though, will need to also see things, and finally takes out some of his enemy tanks. And the kind of DMZ zone is re-established a little bit just towards the western side, just a tiny inches, but not so much. Anyways, these vultures gonna be going for the harassment at third base here. Do we have any kind of base? Yeah, we have several tanks. It's gonna be better to, you know, put some supply depot to completely wall off. These vultures are walking right through. What are they doing? Looks like JyJ is completely lost. You know, he's not using Google Map or something because he took a wrong turn and he ended up in a dead alley. But anyways, gonna be seeing double, I think double starport. For JyJ, yeah, it looks like TY, aka Baby, is not doing so bad. He's doing quite nicely, and he's gonna be able to take the 12 o'clock base. This is a surprising result. Of course, this doesn't actually matter that much because in the early stage of the game, you can allow your enemy to take this 12 o'clock base without any issues. But the problem is gonna be later on who's gonna take the 6 o'clock base. Anyways, 4 raids are gonna be amassing at this, you know, right side of JyJ's expansion. He might try to go out there and deny that, you know, that command center from going up. Vulture's running out, and SC is going to be hiding in the back just to buy some time here. Some of the tanks are not in the right position to actually destroy these vultures. But anyways, now they're going to be those vultures are doing so much damage. How many raids are there, man? I mean, the threat of raids was revealed by JyJ a long time ago. Cloak needs to get deployed now. Cloak is not deployed. Excuse me, Cloak is deployed, but Scan is not deployed. These tanks we need to unsiege and go home. And we've seen in some of the games, especially the game with C and who's the other opponent, I'm not sure, maybe Sack, that when you play TvT, if you spread yourself too thin, you might die. You know, it's not. I mean, of course, it's like a freaking, I don't know, computer, right? I mean, it's like your laptop. You can kind of overclock it to get a little bit more performance, but there's a limit to that. So you can kind of stretch yourself out and try to take 2 or 3 additional command centers, but you need to be able to defend them all. Otherwise, it would just all burn and die. So that's going to be what you have to kind of learn here. So TY, I feel like he might be overstretching himself a little bit, but these raids are wasting their lives here. Just, I don't know, in the middle of nowhere. And anyways, we're going to be seeing 2 tanks. He's going to get destroyed, so that's nice. But we might see a huge attack coming from JyJ as he takes the 4th command center. And to 8%. These raids are very damaged. Only 4 raids remaining. We have a huge attack here. 6-7 tank with +1 weapons. And Baby sense of danger is going to try to transition some of the tanks to that side of the map. Just try to cover and make sure we can, you know, completely, you know, don't die to anything here. The tanks from JyJ has arrived. Are they going to try to assault or just try to hold this area? He might decide to just go for a concave instead of actually assaulting head-on. But he might assault head-on. Looks like some Goliath in position to intercept. The Goliaths need to pull back, and the Goliaths are getting destroyed. At least 1 raid gets taken out. But okay, that assimilator, excuse me, what is that thing called? Refinery. That refinery is being shelled from the back though. So I guess TY will need to kind of send some of the tanks a little bit forward. But these raids are providing nice vision, and TY is going to be losing 1 gas. But the sciences will finally come out, so the threat of the raid is going to be nullified. But I'm not so sure if JyJ is investing that much into raids anymore. So many tanks in the middle area though for TY. So if JyJ is not careful, his DMZ zone might get completely broken here. A lot of factories going up for both of the players. For the time, it looks like 4 bases is up for TY, but only 3 gas. JyJ has got 4 command center, but only 3 are functional, but it's got also 3 gas as well. So the game is quite similar in that regards. But army size and side count looks like JyJ is always a little bit ahead by about 20 to 30 supply. We have a small move out here by TY to try to clear out this force. If he can cut his enemy's forces into half, it's going to be great. He's going to be trying to clear these tanks in the back here. If he's got a single raid, it might be able to do him justice, but he doesn't have that raid. Anyways, yeah, taking the 12 o'clock base is a nice move for TY. He started to move in. He wants to clear these areas so they can get more gas and start to churn out more tanks. Attack coming from the left side. This is a huge attack from JyJ. Is gonna try to break this DMZ zone here, and if he can get access to the 12 o'clock base, he's gonna be able to secure a very high advantage, and a lot of SC is gonna get destroyed. These tanks on the high ground are able to buy some time, but not much. And what is this science doing? Just coming out here in the middle of nowhere. We have an attack on this southern side, which might be able to do some damage, but the tank line from JyJ is very good. Supply differences now about 40. That attack in the middle of the map was great because TY, he was very ballsy to take this 12 o'clock base, but he was not able to hold it. He didn't have enough forces to hold it, and JyJ was just completely aware of the situation. He was able to come out and destroy that base at ease, and now supply difference is about 60. I fear that GG is going to be caught soon by Baby, aka TY. He's not going to have, you know, the forces needed to actually go out there and reclaim what's lost. He's going to try to go out here, but moving by land slowly, this is so inefficient. He's got one nice D-matrix. He's still trying to save his base, but at the cost of losing so many tanks, and this is ill-advised, man. Now he's behind by a whooping 90 to 100 supply, and GG by Baby. Let's move to the next set. If you'd like to catch the video, buy him coffee. The link is going to be in the video description. Have a good day. Bye-bye.